Hello and welcome to another entry in this video series where we're checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And this time we will have a look into the sunny Meadows of SPLORR by the grumpy game dev. But before we have a look at the page and then jump into the game, here's a brief overview of this year's Game Jam. This year's DungeonCrawler Game Jam has been completely organized by the community, including donations for the prizes. The rules might look complicated, but can be summarized very quickly. Essentially, the goal is to make a grid-based dungeon crawler with first-person perspective like Wizardry, Dungeon Master or Legend of Grimrock. And like these games, the game must have combat or a substitute, a way to win, to lose, and a character value like hit points, which can also be increased. While the game itself needs to be made within the 9 days of the jam, it is allowed to prepare and to reuse code and assets as well as using AI. You also got to pick and implement one of the 4 themes revealed at the start of the jam. In total, more than 75 valid entries have been submitted in the jam, freely available for everyone to try out. And the winners are determined by votes from the community. Purpose of my videos is solely to provide feedback and entertainment. And with that said, let's get back to today's game. Sunny Meadows of SPLORR by the grumpy game dev. And we are on the submission page here. And we will, in just a second, we will also check out the game page. But here we have a brief overview of the theme implementation. After the hero clears out the dungeon, only filth remains. Your job, clean it up. And we can see what assets were created, but I don't think that's entirely correct. Most audio was created by the team during the jam. And it says some graphic assets were downloaded or made prior to the jam. I think most stuff is probably done by the developer within the jam. It is a very minimalistic style. You can see that on the screenshot over here. And the grumpy game dev did send in entries for the last jams as well, which also have SPLORR in their name, and yeah, they have some different titles, but always some SPLORR in them. And yeah, they all look very similar and minimalistic, but I think is basically creating the games really from scratch within the game jam. And he's also streaming that, and if you're interested in this process, you can also check out the link first to the itch.io page, where you will get to the game itself, to the SPLORR page. And then if you click on the grumpy game dev, you will end up at this page here, and this shows all or most of his games. And on the top you will find a Twitch link, and there you can also see yeah, some of his developer streams, I think. All right, let's also go to the game page itself, this one. This is my entry for DungeonCrawler Jam 2026. Is it the greatest entry ever? No. But it is mine. I made a game and I submitted it. Nobody said it had to be good. To win, you have to clean up a dungeon that got cleared out completely by the hero, leaving filth everywhere. To clean filth, you need rags. They are somewhere in the dungeon. You will find them. Once you use a rag to clean filth, it becomes a filthy rag. To convert a filthy rag to a rag again, you will need a deep sink. They are also placed throughout the dungeon. Oh, and all the while you're slowly starving to death. There's food. You will find it. And all that work of cleaning up filth is exhausting. You will need to rest in a bed, also provided in the dungeon. Can you clear up all of the filth before starving to death? Good luck. Let's see about that. And yeah, let's jump into the game, the Sunny Meadows of SPLORR by the grumpy game dev. And here we are in the game. It opens a bit weirdly. Unfortunately, you cannot download it. You have to play it in a browser, and it will always be centered, and at the top which makes it look a bit weird, so it's probably best to just play it in a window and then make the window smaller so that it just fits to that like black screen which you can see there now. I basically cropped it and put it there so that it looks nice. So, Sunny Meadows of SPLORR, a production of the Grumpy Game Dev for DungeonCrawler Jam 2026. We have about Sunny Meadows of SPLORR. Everybody knows that there is a 6 million-year-old frog-like creature in his own universe named Zex, the Goo, who can only speak through Ouija boards and large Ouija. What's the right pronunciation there? Ouija boards and large language models. This game has nothing to do with that. You're a janitor working in a retirement home, cleaning up the bio-waste of long retired heroes. Good luck. Alright, for more information on Zex the Goo, which has nothing to do with that, check out this Patreon page. Okay, so we are controlling with WSD and arrow keys at the moment, and with space you can confirm stuff. Embark. All right, we have we are in room E3, and we are facing east, south, north. I think every tile is basically a room. And yeah, we are in the very west of the room. Do we have a map? No, I don't think so. We do have ground items, which we can check by space. Rack, take. Never mind. Action menu. Now we have that rack in our inventory. So it doesn't seem like there are any sounds. Oh, we have a deep sink. So we can use that to clean the rack. And we maybe have another deep sink. And we might also need to draw a map here. So this is a dead end. We are in the very west. Yeah. Does bumping against the wall turn? No, it's not using up anything. Ground items. Ground. Food. Okay. We take food. Take. Never mind. Okay. East. Deep sink. We don't need that. Let's go south. West. Ground items. Grounds. Rack. Take. Food, take. Never mind. And we go back until we are ground items, inventory. No. Never mind. Ground, food, take. Never mind. Did we consume the sink basically by just running over that? I'm not sure. There's a sink. Maybe that was a different north, east. We have another deep sink. Oh, and we also have ground items. Rack, take. Okay. North, another sink, north. Oh, we have a bed. All right. Yeah, I think, and another. Okay. Now like how you're taking up items is a bit overcomplicated, maybe. South. So where do we get out here? northwest. North. Let's get to the west. I'm not sure. What I'm doing now. I'm basically just collecting stuff at the moment. And I feel like maybe I have even been here at these positions already. There's even ground items. Does the food maybe even respawn after a while or something? Well, we still have full energy, so we haven't done anything. It's not like you are automatically cleaning up or anything. So, but we need to use some food now. Food, eat. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Oh. Satiety. So stomach is at 49. Room filth. Ground items, ground, food, take. Inventory. Okay, maybe clean. Never mind. Never mind. Room filth, inventory, rack, clean, rack. I guess one time cleaning is okay. Rack, clean, rack, clean. And this is clean now. Ground items, ground, food, take. Inventory, rack, clean, never mind. Okay, yeah, I think without making a map, this is not going to work. So, yeah. Okay, we need to draw a map here, but I don't think that the game is super huge. But I guess we need to start over then. Let's see, we are basically room filth. Yeah, this is all very filthy over here. So this is... I'm just trying to get a general direction to see where I need to start drawing the map. Interesting that you have the different stomach value. So I think the north was dirty. Unfortunately, with these type of rooms, you also don't have a great idea of like orientation. Yeah, okay. We are at satiety. Oh, is that? I don't know how to pronounce that. 0, and now we are losing hit points. Let's just try to find our end here by running around. And see what happens if we run out of health. So yeah, we have different values here. We have filth. And we need to check which rooms are filthy. You're dead. Alright. Okay, where's my There it is. Alright, so you're dead. Embark. Alright. So we are in a room somewhere where we can go just to the south, right? Okay. I need to check how I draw that, because if every room is one tile and can have doors, it's a bit weird to draw. So let's go south. Actually, north. We even have room filth in here. Okay, never mind. So, okay. Okay, well, that can be... This is A1. Actually, there aren't even coordinates. And if we go to the south, we go to... Okay. So we can... Well, the advantage maybe of having every room being... well, every tile being a room is that I can also just make bigger tiles here. So we know that that 1 is basically the top, and A is the very west, right? Yeah, and now we go to the east. Let's see first, before we start over, what the furthest is we can go. Like, there's F. Is there a G somewhere? I don't think so. 6. It might just be 6 tiles. Okay. Now, the rooms could be randomly generated. I'm also not sure about this. It might be. I don't remember we were starting in a filthy room before. So let me first do a little grid thing, and then we will check again. 1 second. Alright, so all I did now is basically making this 6 times 6 with coordinates and just a grid with not one square per tile, but multiple, so that I can actually put nodes in there. And now I'm going to just restart the game, and as soon as you start the game, it does not take any browser commands anymore, even though it's running in a browser. You cannot maximize or minimize or anything. So let me just restart the game real quick. Alright, so here we are. Embark. Yeah, we are starting randomly, so we are in C2 now. And we are in a room with 100 filth, and I will note down that we have a filthy room here. We take the room items, which I guess are also randomly generated then. Take. And we know, we look around now. We have a door to the west and to the east, and no room to the... What? Interesting. Oh, so I with QWE. Huh, interesting. So with A and D, you also turn. With Q, you also turn. But with E, you cannot turn. Which is weird. Okay, anyways. So we know that we can go to north and west, west and east, and we do have some food, right? So we could eat the food, but there's no use of that. So we need to go back to reduce this 100. And now we are in B2. We also go to the ground, take the foods. Okay. And this is also just leading to the to west, basically. We go to the west, and this is a corner room leading to the north. Let's check the ground. Ground, food, take. Never mind. All right. Then we can only go to the north. So let's go to the north. And here we find a sink. So I will put an S into my map. We don't have anything on the floor. And we also cannot leave the room into any other direction. So we can only go back to our starting room, which is C2. And now we go further to D2. And this is also just going into the east direction to E2. And we have ground items, ground, food, take, never mind. So we are in D2, can only go to the east. Let's go to the east. And I think we also had filth in multiple of these rooms, but anyways, I need to check back that later. We will go through the whole way anyways again. So we have a way to the north and to the south. And let's go to the north. This will probably just lead to the west and maybe one tile to the east. But let's go to the north now. We have ground items and no, ground, rack, take, never mind. Okay, so we have a rack. We can go to the east and to the west. And this one has also 100% filth. We go to the west, ground items, ground foods, take, even 2 foods, okay, never mind. And there is also this will be a bit annoying with having filth 100 everywhere, apparently. And if we then also need to, and there is our bed also with filth, okay, but nothing else. There is the bed. All right, so here we can sleep. And yeah, this is not super visible, but if we look to the north, we can also see that there is a further way to the west. This is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, we can go further to the west. And there we have a sink. All right, sink, and also room filth 100. So let's use the rack we have. Rack, clean. Never mind. Now we have a filthy rack. Filthy wrap, rinse. Rack, clean. Filthy wrap, rinse. Rack, clean. Filthy wrap, rinse. Okay, again. Rack, clean. Filthy rack, rinse. Maybe the one additional step is a bit unnecessary. It's just taking tons of steps there. And honestly, I also don't want to go there like, yeah, like switching the rooms over and over. So let's first see that we find more racks, otherwise it will just take forever. So we are in F1 and there is another sink. We do have another 100 filth in here. We have nothing else, and we have a door to the south and another 100 filth in here, but nothing else. Okay, let's go back. Now we can go to the south. We are in E1. E1. Yeah, south. Now we are in E2. Let's go to E3. We have doors into all directions. And we also have 100 filth. 100. Okay, but nothing else. Let's go east. We have another bed, so I guessed that there was only one room, but with a bed, but apparently there are multiple. Rag, take. Food, take. Okay. And we can go to the south from here. Let's go to the south. Ground items, ground, food, take. Never mind. So, yeah, we are in F4 and have another 100. Okay. South again, F5. We have another 100 filth. We have another door to the south. Let's go to the south. And this is a dead end with also 100 in here. Okay, north. We are at the bedroom east. And now we go to the south. E4. Also 100. I hope that I didn't miss any items. On the other hand, we also do not need to get all the items necessarily. Yeah, and even in E5, 100. Okay. E4. E5 is also 100 filth. And it's a dead end. Okay, go back. We are in 4 again. Let's go to west. And we have a further to the west. And we can go to the south and also have 100. We really need to find more racks to basically get going. C4. Can go further. And this is a dead end. Also 100. Okay. So let's go back. East, north. Alright, D3. Ground items. No, never mind. Ground. We got another rack. Take. Food, take. Now we have 2 racks, but that's still not enough for any decent cleaning. Let's go further. So that one is C now with 100 again. And we can go further west. And this is a dead end. A B3. We are in B3 now. Yeah, west. Inventory. No, not inventory. Ground. Rack, take. Okay. So I think we have 3 racks now. We are in B3 with 100 again. We cannot go to A3. Okay, we can check the inventory just to make sure. Oh, we actually have 4 racks. So now we could start cleaning, but I don't want to if it's not necessary yet. It seems like, or I have the feeling that the game is probably generous enough to give you enough time to first, gear up basically. Ground, rack, take. Okay. And we also do have a sink here now. We are in D5 sink. We see that we can go back to the north. We have a path to the west, and we also have a path to the south. And there is 100 filth in this room. So what we can do now is using rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean. And now this room is clear. Filthy rack, rinse, filthy rack, rinse, filthy rack, rinse, filthy rack, rinse. Okay, now this is quick, and we have finished this room. Yeah. And we can... I'm not sure how exactly food is working, but let's just eat some food now. So stomach is 50. Maybe this satiety is now filling up again. Let's go further. Yeah, exactly. This is basically transferring into this other value now. So this is also at 100. We are on D6. We can only go to the east. Okay. Let's clear this room now. Rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean. Never mind, never mind, never mind. This is finished. We go back. Inventory. It would be nice if there was an action to just rinse all racks, clean with all racks. Or just have one rack and this has a different size or percentage value or something. Because this is a bit... Yeah, clicking that often is maybe a bit unnecessary. Ground items, food, take, okay. Rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean, rack, clean, okay. Never mind. This is also finished now. Finished. And we are in E6, okay. This should also, yeah, fine. Now we can go to the west. We have 100 here. Nothing on the floor. Inventory. Ah, we still have the filthy rack. Okay. I forgot to clean the rack. Rack. No. Filthy rack. Rinse. West. Inventory. Rack. Clean. So this is also finished. We go back to the east. Filthy. Rinse. We go back to the west. We are in C5. And now we can go to the south. Yeah, maybe it also would have been enough if there was like, you know, just 5 rooms with 100 filth and not all of them. Which is a bit much, maybe. We get the idea with just a couple of rooms. Alright. So this is also done. We are in C5. Let's go to B5. And rack, clean. Never mind. Okay. We need to go back, so B5 is also done. And there is another path to the west, and there's like 4 or 5 more rooms in that direction. Inventory, rack. No, filthy, clean, rinse. Okay. West. Okay, we are on A5. Now we can go to the north and south. Filth, inventory, rack, clean, 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 clean. Fine. Go back. Filthy rack. Okay. We go back. Zit. 100. Okay. I'm surprised that we still have so much energy. We go north. We have filth again. Rack. Clean, 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 clean. Okay. Maybe we are also lucky and there's another option to clean in the next room. And there's not. Okay, so there's another 100. Let's go to the south corner here. There's another 100. And go to the east. And there is another cleaning, another sink. Okay, filthy rack, rinse, 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 rinse. Rack, clean, 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 clean. Inventory, filthy, rinse, 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 rinse. Okay. Now we go to the west. Inventory, rack, clean, 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 clean. Go back. Rack, filthy rack. Rinse, 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 rinse. Okay, this is also done. Now we go back to this, yeah, inventory rack. Clean, 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 clean. So this is all done here. And now we can go to... can make our way back, basically. Deep sink. No. Filthy rack. Rinse, 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 rinse. Alright, so I did map out the whole thing, which is now looking like... it's not getting super sharp here. I didn't put the hundreds in there. Basically, I crossed out all the hundreds I've done. And now we need to get back to the other rooms and also clean them. But I think the challenge at that point is already kind of done. I mean, we need to sleep at some point. But now it's really just, right, doing this basically. No, never mind, never mind. And going back. Filthy rack. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Rinse. So that was this room. Going to the west. Inventory, rack, clean, 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 clean. It's a bit weird that we have 5 of them. East, filthy, rinse, 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 rinse. Back north. Actually, yeah, we still have enough energy. Rack, clean, 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 clean. Never mind. Back here. Inventory, filthy, rinse, 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 rinse. Okay. This is this and this. North, east, and rack, clean, 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 clean. Back, inventory, rinse, 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 rinse. North. This is clean. Now it would be interesting if like the rooms automatically got dirty after a while again and you had to keep everything under a level of 20 or so average. Yeah, I'm not sure if that would be more fun though. Let's go here, inventory rack, clean, 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 clean. So we have done this as well. Back north, west, south. Filthy rack, rinse, 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 rinse. North. East, north. Rack, clean, 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 clean. Now this is really starting. Not just starting. It is really like work here. Cleaning the dungeon is hard work. This is done. North. This is done. We are in E3. Yes. Okay, we can go to the west. E3. West is D3, which is done already. Now we're in C3. D, E. Okay. North. D3, and I think without doing a map, you probably have no chance. I mean, obviously at some point you will either make it or you will starve, but yeah, that's another thing. I mean, in theory, you could starve, but we have so much food that this is never going to happen. Unless you really want to. Okay, next room is clean. Let's go back. Okay. Now there's our bed. Inventory, rack. We're at 12, which is still fine, I guess. North. There's the bed. Inventory. Now we are at 8. Let's see. So it's reducing it by yeah, by 4 each time. So if we do that again, I guess we will be dead. We are in F5 now. So now we need to go to the bed, rest. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no real feedback. You're just instantly rested. It would be nice if there was a message like, "You're now rested." Alright, inventory. We have the filthy rags still. We are F5, F5. North, north, east. And I don't think we will need to sleep again. This should probably be enough now. So we have this, well, not the last room, but the last room in this area. Now let's go back to the bed. Now we are in a filthy room, but we can now just use this one. And we also need to clean this one and to do this again. Go to the south. Do this. So these are both finished. Quests. Okay, finished, finished. South. Finished. Filthy rag rinse. Okay. Let's go to D. D. This is now C. Okay, this is also done. Going back. Okay. We are almost finished. Like, I don't know, 5 rooms left or something. Oh, D1, D2. Yeah. Okay. C2. B2. A2. And I think after that, one more room. And if it's not one more room, then might get more complicated. Then we might need to search stuff. But I think we have won. All right, you win. Oh, no fancy cutscene or end text or anything like that. Yeah, that was super minimalistic and also more minimalistic than the previous entries. And if it wasn't for the grumpy game dev, I think I would have not gone through this effort here. So yeah, this was more of a core, to be honest. I mean, everything in the game worked, but yeah, could be expanded, and even more rooms. No, could be made more fun, I would say. So yeah. And still, thanks for sending in this game. Now we know that cleaning the dungeon is not necessarily a fun piece of work, or maybe cleaning in general. So yeah, thanks to the grumpy game dev for sending in this contribution. And if you want to clean the dungeon as well, for whatever reason, you will find a link down in the video description. And yeah, with that, thanks for watching. And if you are interested in seeing more entries to this game jam, you will find them in the playlist, which is also linked down the video description. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.